Welcome back to Real Talk. This was a weird movie week, and I say that sincerely weird. So we have Arcadian, Survival, Cryptic Confusion, and Nicolas Cage's his apocalyptic beard. So stupid. I don't know what to say. So you ever wake up and think, wow, I just watched Nicolas Cage fight nightmare creatures and a woman who chases a cryptic while slowly becoming a metaphor. No, just me. I don't know exactly what happened this weekend. So welcome to Real Talk. I'm going to play the intro, and I will probably play it a couple times during the show because I just like it. I think it's, I don't know, I like it.
You're tuned into Real Talk with Jenny, where movies get real and the popcorn's always hot.
Sorry. Candy, Butterfinger, M&M's, Mike and Ike's, and Snowcaps. These are favorite movies. Movie theater candy. And what's your favorite? I like Mike and Ike's and I like popcorn. Okay, you can't have popcorn without a movie, and you can't have a movie without popcorn. So, anyways, welcome. I'm Jenny, your snarky cynic spirit, the guides you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And what did I just watch this week? This was every movie I watched. I watched 2 movies, and actually I watched 3, but I'm not even going to bring that one into the picture. But we have Arcadian, Cage's creepy crawly, plus a side of fatherly despair. And Cryptic, where memory lost doppelgangers and metaphorical monsters meet one very, very confused woman. And frankly, one very confused audience. So these 2 movies, man, what the hell is going on? I don't understand. What was I watching? But before we get started, I just want to let's talk Arcadian. Okay. So, or as I call it, The Last of Us with a little less fungus and more Nicolas Cage parenting energy, which was really bad. So we meet Paul, played by Cage, living in a farmhouse in a post-apocalyptic wasteland with his 2 teenage sons. The deal: by day, all is quiet. By night, creatures straight out of your sleep paralysis nightmare come out to party. And by party, I mean kill. And at first, I didn't really understand what I was watching because the one son, he liked to run a lot. I thought maybe I was watching Forrest Gump. Jenny! And of course, it just didn't make any sense. And the boys, they have to get home before sundown. And so that's the biggest thing. Because teenagers, they have to go meet up with the girls, all that stuff. So what Cage does best, he grabs a weapon, makes a scary face, like on that movie. What was that movie with the serial killer? Oh, he storms into the darkness. And he tries to be what's the word I'm looking for? Rage Against Machine. It's like he's trying to act, but he just doesn't pull it off. And his faces are so, Nicolas Cage. So we're going to watch a little clip. So let me pull it up if I can find it. And I was supposed to have this all up and I didn't. And I do apologize. I'm not a very good, what's that called? A host with the most? Wait, let me just pull it up for you. Just give me a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this clip. And give me a second.
There are those who believe they came after the pollution people caused. And they're here to cleanse the planet of the human race. So we'll all become extinct. We have to stay vigilant. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll meet you right here before the sun sets behind that hill.
It was good to see you.
You're late!
Sorry, I lost track of time.
Are we safe?
Yes.
Are we secure?
Yes. Thank you for this food we are about to receive. Thank you for bringing us together as a family. I don't want to hide from them anymore.
So let me just pause, okay? There's tension, okay? The sound design, it looks good. It's a constant sense of someone's about to die. That's good, right? I love that. I mean, you have to have that in a movie. The movie works because it's tight. It's a tight movie, like a tight book when you write a book and you want to tighten it up. It's 90 minutes. It's not fat. It's 90 minutes. In Cage, he's not doing the full Cage rage thing. That's what's a little bit different. So go ahead and let's watch more.
What do we do?
Are we not men?
I thought that scene was stupid.
What are they doing? They trapped us in.
They're coming up from underneath us.
So break in any second.
So we have Cage. He's not that same crazy Cage. He's more subdued, like a man who's seen way too much and just wants his kids to live to see a sunrise. And can we talk about the creatures? So look at the creatures. They're like Gollum hits the gym. He grew really big claws and took some speed. Okay, so let's look and see.
You need to trust me.
So when you watch the movie, the creatures are they're pretty big and they're pretty creepy. And like I said, they have big long claws and we barely see them at first, which makes them terrifying. And I did jump a couple times. The less and more approaches, it slaps. It's good. So it makes a really good scary scene. This isn't a monster flick by any means. It's about parenthood, fear, protecting your kids in a world where the rules are gone and everything's trying to kill you. So what do you want? It's 2025. So my verdict on Arcadian, it's gritty, lean, tight movie. Your 90 minutes is probably all you really need for this type of movie. It's an emotional horror done right. Watch it with the lights out if you're brave enough, because it gets a little scary. So I thought I'd give it, what will I give it? Rotten Tomatoes gave it, I think it was a 78. Was it a 68. So right now that we survived one apocalyptic with Cage, let's talk about a movie that melted my brain, made me confused, and now I probably need emotional support after it because it was there's some scenes in there I can't even talk about. So let me get this out of here. I can't even talk about it. Cryptic. A film that said, what if your identity crisis also involved a cryptic and a memory loss? So you think of Bigfoot. You're walking through a state, national forest, like Crater Lake or something. And you see this Bigfoot, but you don't have any memory of it. You have memory loss, and none of it makes immediate sense at all. But hey, look at this beautiful setting and lighting. You know what I'm saying? I can't even. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a high score at first. And that's why we picked it. It wasn't my pick. It was, and actually I did think I left the last 5 minutes of the movie. And then I waited because I figured I had to do a review on it. So I left a very bad taste in my mouth. Okay. And when you watch the movie, so you can understand what I mean by that. But here's the rundown. Kay, the main character, wakes up after a weird encounter in the woods. She's disoriented, no memory, a classic who am I horror setup. But here's the twist of the movie. She looks exactly like Barb Valentine, another character, a missing monster hunter who happens to be a zoologist, I think it is, or cryptologist. And no, this isn't a soap opera. It's somehow even weirder than one of my Days of Our Life episodes. It's that bad. And what happens is Kate, she has no clue. So she's in her house, and all of a sudden there's an intruder that breaks into her house. And Kate, she flies through, she bolts out the door, no clue of where she's going, only that she needs answers. And every person she meets seems to know something about Barb, the cryptologist, the woman she resembles. And just when it feels like self-discovery story, it just gets even weirder because it reminds me of a time when I was growing up and I used to party in the woods and we'd get a barrel. You know, that there's the one scene that I actually told my son, it reminds me when I was like 17, 18, when we would go into the woods. I know that's terrible. And we would party. But it looked like they were us, but aged about 40 years, 50 years later. And it's just a creep. It just creeped me out. It turns into a full-blown hunt for actual cryptids because they're partying in the woods, and then the other people are having sex with a cryptic, but it could be a cryptic, but it might not be. It might be Kay or Barb. And there's all this white stuff coming out everywhere. It's a creepy ass movie. But if you like Bigfoot, if you like cryptics, this is the movie for you. You get I suggest getting toasted before you actually get into the movie. You might like it better because it's crazy. But of course it does get even crazier. So I'm going to play a clip. Okay? Say this is Cryptic, the official trailer.
So how many of you are here because of some fascination
that guy
with
was
the
even
case
weirder.
of Barb Valentine?
3 years ago, it was here on Crypto Peak they found Barb's things.
Canada is rich with incredible legends about weird and wonderful cryptids, such as the Suka.
She's just so
Beast or
weird.
spirit. Don't think anyone quite knows what this thing is.
I didn't know what it is.
Suka thrives on all kinds of crazy energy. And oftentimes it's just too much for folk to handle.
The trailer looks pretty scary and good, but it's not that
Barb Valentine. What the hell?
good. That's Barb, this is a cryptologist or whatever.
Barb is kind, formidable.
Oh, this husband?
If you're out there somewhere,
He's in that case.
It's happened to me over and over. Well, sometimes I lose whole days.
How is that even possible?
And then everything's caked in mud. Feels like I fell down a
She's
rabbit
rolling
hole.
around with the Bigfoot.
I feel different. Do I look different?
She
Barb?
looks different.
Do you think
She is
a brush with the
different.
Suka kid can make you forget who you even are?
People go missing around here. It's like
Yeah, they go
forest
missing because they're
swallows them up.
checking out with Bigfoot.
Don't be scared. It'll be okay.
People like us gotta stick together.
The Suka, have you seen it?
Yes, I do believe I have.
Whatever divine spirit has touched you, I say embrace it.
Watch me, I would love this one. That's the tone. It looks suspenseful, mysterious, a little dreamy, and then it goes progressively weirder. In a good way. Some of you might like it, so it depends on your tolerance for symbolism. Wearing a trench coat, a red one that is. This movie tries to say a lot: identity, transformation, trauma, autonomy. It name it. It's here. It's usually hiding behind a fog machine. And if you can get past the first couple scenes of the weird cryptic silhouette in the white goo, you might like it. And that's my issue with this. It's like every time you think you're about to get a straight answer, the movie says, what if instead? So we can pan to a blurry figure in the trees, like on the hunted missing 411, and let you interpret the rest. But I still don't know if it was an alien, Bigfoot, or bad acid trip. I mean, it's not a bad film. It's actually very well shot. The performances are solid and the sound design straight up chilling, but it demands your full attention emotionally. It just made me want to throw up at sometimes. Also, goo and so much of the goo and more goo. Like, why do indie horror movies directors think profound transformation has to involve this fluid and goo? Is it metaphorical rebirth? Or did I just forget a towel? They just forget, you need to clean yourself afterwards. I don't know. I think it's kind of creepy as hell. I don't understand the goo part, but what do I know? I don't know. Is that what Bigfoot cryptids, they have goo coming out all over the place? Well, here's where I go. Arcadian Cage gives heart. The monsters give terror. The pacing gives zero time to breathe. And I'm into that, seriously. Because sometimes a good movie is, if you get to the point, why drag it out? You have all those sleepy moments where you fall asleep. Cryptic, it's bold, it's weird, it's meaningful, probably, maybe. If you like horror with layers and mystery and sludge and goo and just, I don't know. I think Cryptic will have a cult following, maybe, sort of like that one, I forget what it is, with the those big, look like stuffed animals. I forget the movie, but you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I love weird. I'm weird, but I don't know. Is it for you? Maybe. And you can enjoy it. You might like it. Maybe that's what you like. No, that's not what I like. So what do I think? Would I survive Arcadian or get eaten before Sundance? I really didn't. I don't think so. Did Cryptic make me feel things? No, it just made me very confused. And anybody want to talk about cryptics? I'm all for it. Was Barb even, what was she? What happened to her? Why did she end up in there? It never says anything. So drop your hot comments. Hit like if you're still emotionally processing this, because I think I've been trapped in this metaphoric portal right now that I can't even think straight. So yeah, the movie made me, there's something wrong with it. Both, if you're going to have to pick one, pick Arcade. But Cryptic, it's just, if you're out, if you just want to watch a movie for laughs, shits and giggles, watch that. So I think next week I'm going to do a classic. We're going back to the classics. I don't know. I'm not, these new movies, they're just way out there. And if this is what 2025 is going to bring us to the table, I'm worried. I really am. It's like the ending of The Handmaid's Tale this Tuesday. It was kind of... So anyways, I'm Jenny, and this was Real Talk. Stay weird, stay skeptical, and don't go into the woods after dark. And if you do, don't wear a red coat. And don't do anything I would do with a Bigfoot. But then again, you might be Joe Fox and like it. So subscribe for more weird movies like this. I'll see you next time on Real Talk.